So now we're going to take a break from your keyboard and do a little exercise. At this point, you should have a piece of typing paper. 8.5 by 11 would be fine. Okay, what I'm going to ask you to do is to trust me, and if you can, I'd like for you to close your eyes. If you're not able to close your eyes, what I'd like for you to do is to avert your gaze directly from the screen. In other words, I want you to follow and listen to my voice, but I don't want you to look at me or look at the screen in any way. So in whatever manner you're comfortable, let's proceed. You should have the piece of paper in both hands. And now, following my voice, I'd like for you to fold that piece of paper in half. Okay, giving just a little bit of time if you've got fat fingers like me. Okay, that piece of paper is now folded in half. Now what I would like to ask you to do is to tear off the right hand corner of your piece of paper. Throw that off to the side. Now you're going to fold your piece of paper in half one more time. Work really good with those creases. Now that your piece of paper is folded in half again, now I'd like for you to tear off the left hand corner of your piece of paper. Toss that to the side as well. So one time you get a pass on littering. Now I'd like for you to fold your piece of paper in half once again. This may require a little bit more muscle. Once it's folded in half once again, one last tear to the top right hand corner. You've got to put some pinky strength into this one. Throw that piece of paper away. I'm now going to give you permission to look at the screen. And if you look at the screen, you can see that I have in front of me a lovely piece of paper. Okay, as you're looking at your piece of paper, now open it up. Does your piece of paper match this piece of paper? Or do you have something completely different? We know I can't see it, but I suspect that it's completely different. Now, how is that possible if we have been effectively communicating with one another? Well, again, I asked you to avert your eyes or to close your eyes, so it was hard to follow my steps exactly, right? In much the same way, when we talk about this work of cultural competence, it's not as simple as following steps. It's about learning how to apply those steps and understand them within the context of difference. So had you been able to visually have a cue along with the verbal cue, you could have watched me more closely and learned what folding a piece of paper in half means to me. Does it mean I'm going to turn the paper horizontal? Does it mean I'm going to turn the paper vertically? When I say I'm going to make a tear in the paper and rip off a corner, am I going to make a big tear or am I going to make a smaller tear? The point is that you have to have more context in order to more effectively understand. I hope you enjoyed this exercise.